up, Internet? Alright. Today, I am going to, I got this new thing for my car. It's the auxiliary input. And I'm going to go ahead and try and install it into my car stereo so that I can play music through my phone, because I have most of my song lists and everything through my phone. So hopefully this will work out well, and hopefully it'll be a pretty easy install. I'll see if I can help you guys along the way. Let's see. Get it set up here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. So, hopefully you guys can see that. First thing I need to do is remove the stereo and see what we got. That off. Some screws in here. I wish I had a bigger magnetic screwdriver, but I'm just using my small stuff today. Okay, so we got that out. So, I'll get this out here. Okay. So I got this pulled out, and what I'm wanting to do is plug right into input right there by the red one. So we'll see if it fits into there. Okay, so that's in. What I like to do, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of get it back in place here. So just kind of slide it back in there, make sure everything lines up where it's supposed to be. Just like that. So this is going to hang out right here. Where are we at? This is going to hang out right here for a few. I'm going to see if I can redirect this either through the back or maybe down through the base. But for now, before we get everything kind of moved through, let's go ahead and see if it works. So let me grab my keys. Let's see if we've got. Oh no! Turn for the screech. That was the windshield wipers, which accidentally bumped. Okay. So we've got power to the radio. So plug that into the phone, and then what I'm going to try and do, what I've heard works, is that this media button right here should take it to aux. So there it is. So now it's reading auxiliary. So let's see on my playlist here. There it goes. So it works. So now we want to go ahead and pause that. We'll turn this off so we don't have any power running through those electrical systems. And we'll see if we can route this wire in a way that it's not just coming out the bottom of the stereo. Although, you know, I wouldn't necessarily hate that as long as it's long enough to reach everywhere I need. But we'll see if we can get it in a best place possible. So what I'm going to try and do is see if I can get in behind the ashtray area right down here. See if I can get into there and maybe route it right through that ashtray. And that'll be a perfect place, you know, where I'd like to set my phone down anyway, right here in the middle console area. So it looks like to get in there, we come from back here. Go ahead and set your parking brake so that it can come up over the top. And then reach down kind of at the top and just give it a good jerk up, and it should release it. And then you can kind of get it released from the front part. There we go. You clip that up and out. And then we have to deal with this console area, which is kind of the same, so it just kind of sticks down in here. It just got the lid releases. You can pop that up. Get that off of there. And you got these two screws here. So let's see if we can get around our area and get that out. Some little clips in the back, right back here on the edges, and so I'm going to set the phone down because you're going to kind of need to pinch those clips while you. So yeah, so you're just going to want to be real gentle, but kind of twist it up and out as you bring it, so you can kind of get it up over the edge of the gear shift. And don't yank or anything. It'll pop free on its own. You just gotta kind of be gentle with it. There you go. So, okay. Bring this back out here. Good. Yeah. Can you hold this for me? Hold that on the stereo. You recording? Yeah. So, I'm going to take this. I'm going to send it down through here. There we go. Okay. Alright, so you can see where I it out right down here, right at the base edge here. See that? And so we'll pull as much through as we can. Okay, so we're pulling this down through here. So then we've got that pulled down. We'll go ahead and set this back in. Make sure you get it all lined up with where it should be. I'm not going to put it all the way in case I need to pull it out and make some room here to feed this through, but as it stands, I should be able to come right through the bottom here. And then set this back down in, and remember, you had to angle it out, so you're going to have to angle it back in the same way. edge up and get that top edge in, and then take the bottom part in kind of at the same time. So get this edge right here underneath, and then get it pushed in. Make sure everything clicks back in. Make sure your screws are there, and make sure that these clips right here go back where they're supposed to be so that everything's in there nice and firm. Alright. And we'll take our 2 screws for right here. And our 2 screws for right here. Or 1 screw and 1 screw right there. And then obviously just follow reverse order on getting everything put back. So you'll start with the gear shift piece. Put it right over there. Make sure it's facing the right way. And make sure that your cord doesn't get underneath it. So make sure that your cord is up somewhere. So maybe loop it over the steering wheel or something, but make sure it's up out of the way. Just push it down, snap it in. And then do the same with your box. Make sure that your thing's still open. And then snap the front down first. Make sure the front is in there. There you go. Get it all evened up. And then just push it down around all the corners to make sure it's snapped in. Tight as it should be. Give it a little tug. Make sure it's in there. Good. Alright. And then back up here, we're going to add our screws back in. Okay. So everything here, make sure you push this all the way back in. You might need to lift it up a little bit and kind of give it a good push to make sure this is flush right here. Everything's in. And we'll screw these back in here. Make sure you get them at an angle. If you try to put them straight, it won't go. Okay, and then with your last piece, all of them are clips on the bottom except for this one here on the very end is a slide. So you want to make sure and you slide that piece in first on the edge right here. So slide it to the edge, and then you'll just press it back in all along the edge there. And you're back in business. And let's fire it up again and make sure we still got it working. And here's our cord coming right through here, and we can wind that up if we want, and you know, put a cord around it if we wanted to kind of keep it in there. But we've got a nice, it actually reaches all the way to the back seat even. So great long cord, can go anywhere in the car now, and it routes right through the ashtray area, which I don't use for ashtray anyway. So have a great day and enjoy your new setup.